Hey everyone, welcome to this special first solo episode of A Dram Divided. First out, it's me, Emil, and I have put together a small list for you today of 5 go-to whiskies from my personal collection that I tend to let my hand wander towards when I feel like putting something golden in my glass. And Frederick will also do an equivalent list, but save the best for first or something. I don't know. Anyway, to get us started, for my first item on this list, I actually don't have a bottle of this, unfortunately. My first entry on this list of my 5 go-to whiskies is the Daily Dram, which I would call or define as the whiskey that I go to whenever I feel like just having a glass, not feeling anything in particular, don't want to reach for the finer stuff, but still want something good in the glass. And then I always go to the Teeling Small Batch. Unfortunately, as I said, I don't have the bottle because it's my Daily Dram. It's done. It's finished. I need to get another bottle of that. Highly recommended. If you've watched any of our content before, you won't be surprised. I've talked about it lots, recommended it tons of times, and it's a staple for me. And for my second entry today, I call it a Feeling Good Dram. So, when I'm feeling extra fancy, maybe it's a Saturday or a Friday after a long, hard week at work, and I want to treat myself. Maybe treat myself dram would be a better name for it. I would usually go to the Edradour Caledonia 12 years. Now, this is a fantastic whiskey for many reasons. It's not that hard to get, not that too expensive, and it's in my glass right now. You can see the beautiful color. Unfortunately, you can't smell the beautiful aroma and taste the beautiful taste, but it is very lovely, and I highly recommend it. Number 3 on the list. Unfortunately as well, I don't have a bottle of this because this one is a bit harder for me to get. It's not always in store here at Systembolaget. And when it does come into stock, it usually goes away like that because it's a very popular one. It's the Springbank 10-year-old. And I call this my In Good Company Dram. This is what I like to take out when I'm having people over, when I'm at people's houses and want to treat them to a nice whiskey. Maybe something they haven't tried before. It's not too hard to drink, not too challenging, but still very interesting and a great conversation starter. Always something to talk about with the Campbellton whiskies in general, I think. Which gets me into my 4th pick, which is In Good Company Dram number 2. Also Campbellton whiskey, the Long Row Peated. And for similar reasons as the Springbank 10-year-old, really. It's a medium challenging whiskey, somewhat peated, and very good, very interesting, and not something that everyone has tried before, I think. So that's something I usually like to treat people to when I feel like being a social person for once. Now, I did have some trouble putting together this list because there are a few honorable mentions that I feel I need to make. Not that this list is like ranked in a particular order of quality, but simply because when I'm feeling good, like the feel good dram or treat myself dram, It's not always the Caledonia. I often go to like the High Coast Bay or something, but I felt like we have talked a lot about that one in other videos. So it felt a bit boring to put that in, and the Caledonia is equally good, at least. So the High Coast Bay, I want to make an honorable mention at least. The Teeling Black Pits, in a similar vein to like the Long Row Peated or the Springbank 10-year-old. Something interesting, something different. Very nice dram. And the next three honorable mentions are more or less contenders for either the Treat Myself dram or the next one, which is the Special Occasion dram. And for this spot, the honorable mentions would be the Teeling Sommelier editions, both ones, the Margaux edition and the Sauternes edition, which were both excellent. And also, this one is a bit weird for me to put on the list because I don't reach for it, but I feel like when a special enough occasion comes around, this one, the Barry Rosenrod Glenkeith 25-year-old, it's a Sweden exclusive, only a few hundred bottles, and very exciting. It was a gift, never opened it, saving for a very special occasion. So I feel I should mention it because when the occasion is special enough, that will definitely be coming up. But when I feel like celebrating a big event, something in my life, a special occasion, and again, if you've watched our content, probably no surprises here. The Deanston 2008 Bordeaux Red Wine Cask Matured 9-year-old whiskey, which is my all-time favorite whiskey. I cannot find enough words to describe how much I like this whiskey. It's just beautiful. And this one is a whiskey that I will probably never get my hands on again. It's been like this in the bottle for like 2 years now. I think I've had maybe one dram, but when I do reach for this, the occasion is special and the moods are high and I feel like celebrating. And this is what I go to. So there you have my top 5 go-to whiskeys for different occasions. Frederick will do a similar video with different criteria. I will be very excited to see what he's bringing to the table. And I thank you guys for watching. We just reached over 100 subscribers, so thank you very much. Subscribe, like the video, comment what's a special whiskey that you always reach for in a certain occasion, certain situation. Please let us know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.